It's Q105.7 and 103.5, the Capital Region's classic rock station. 57 minutes of nonstop classic rock for the early lunch today, and I've got a guest in studio with me, like I said, Pat Fleming from Instagram, otherwise known as Another Day, Another Diner over there. He's exploring diners around the entire Capital Region area and kind of beyond too, right, man?
Yeah, absolutely. All upstate New York, and we're branching out into New England.
Yeah, I saw you were in Lee, Massachusetts not that long ago, too.
Yeah, Lee, Massachusetts, and going into Rhode Island, Vermont,
wow.
Connecticut even.
Okay, so soon to be nationwide. We're going to be talking more about diners with Pat coming up in a little bit here on the Early Lunch. The Capital Region's classic rock station, Q105.7 and 103.5. All right, guys, we're hanging out with Pat Fleming at Another Day, Another Diner over on Instagram. We're going to get into talking about a little bit what inspired you for this and everything, but what is the one thing that you look for when you're going to these diners that you're headed out to?
I always like the story, the history of the diner itself. Family owned, a rich history. I like to learn a little bit about how the diner started and what it's been through, and really how they got to where they are now.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We have a lot of diners, especially in our area, that have just been around for so long. So learning about all that is really cool. Plus, it's awesome that you're putting a spotlight on these small businesses too.
Absolutely, yeah. That was the main focus of it, is to spotlight these mom and pop shops that survived COVID.
All right, we're going to talk more diners because everybody likes diners and everybody loves food. And that's coming up right here on the Early Lunch. It's Q105.7 and 103.5, the Capital Region's classic rock station. Got Pat Fleming, a.k.a. Another Day, Another Diner, in studio with me right now. You kind of have exploded onto the local, content creator scene with this stuff that you've been doing, going around to all these diners. What has been, what's been the most strenuous part about all of it?
Yeah, it has been a lot. I think I've developed, an addiction to diner food for sure at this point.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Not too much that's strenuous, though. I really do love the process.
Well, that's cool because, you know what, I was telling you before, once it becomes something that you're kind of I got to go do this, then that's when it becomes less fun. So it's good that you're having fun with it right now.
Absolutely, and people are so nice, and they're always happy to have me in, so it's been nothing but a great time.
Well, you just wait, because soon maybe they won't be happy to have you in, and then it'll be a whole new thing.
Fair enough. I'll be ready to deal with that.
Q105.7 and 103.5, the Capital Region's classic rock station. They're finishing up 57 minutes of nonstop classic rock. I've had the pleasure of having Pat Fleming in the studio with me today, a.k.a. at Another Day, Another Diner over on Instagram, where he is exploring diners in and around the Capital Region and beyond. Just talking to him a little bit about going down to New Jersey because it's the diner capital of the world. Is that kind of your mecca? Is that where you want to go and film the most?
Yeah, New Jersey is the mecca for diners. There's over 500 diners in the state of New Jersey alone.
I can't even believe that. I mean, we have a lot here in the Capital Region though, too.
Absolutely, yeah, and a rich history here in the Capital Region. But you go to a place like New Jersey, and I mean the stories, the family-owned operations. It's really cool down there at the diner scene.
So you've been doing this for a little while now. Do you have a favorite diner that you've been to so far?
Yes, I do. It's actually right in Albany, New York. It's Dan's Place 2.
Dan's Place 2?
Dan's Place 2 in Albany, New York. Knocked my socks off. I love that place.
What did you have there?
I had just classic eggs, home fries, bacon, and a cup of coffee, and it was awesome. All
right, I got to say, too, so one of the things in your videos that you always say, which you guys can check them out on Instagram at Another Day, Another Diner, is that you are getting a giant cup of coffee. And that is exactly what I judge my diners on, is I want the biggest cup. Don't give me a little tiny glass of coffee with a saucer. I'm not interested in that. I don't want you to have to keep refilling it. Give me the jug. That's what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. In every video, I always say I want a big black coffee. That's exactly what I want to get.
Yeah, and I don't think many of those places let you down now. I have to tell you, I have a couple of suggestions for diners that I think that you should hit up if you want.
Yes, please.
All right, so my personal favorite is the Gateway Diner over on Central Avenue in Albany. I love that spot. So you're going to have to hit that one up. Another one that I love, and I don't know if you've been there yet or not, is the Skyline Diner.
Oh, okay. I keep hearing about this place.
So the Skyline Diner is over in Rensselaer, right across the river from Albany. It's called the Skyline because it literally looks at the Albany skyline.
Yeah, I keep hearing about that place. I hear it's really good.
Delicious. And also gigantic cups of coffee, so you'll be happy. And fantastic breakfast sandwiches, believe it or not.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just really, really good stuff.
Good to know. Yeah, we'll be going there soon. I keep hearing about that place.
Is there anything that has scared you going into a diner or anything like that? Have you seen anything and you're like, uh-oh, what am I doing?
I think the people in the diners are the most interesting.
I would agree with that.
It's definitely the most interesting part of the diners is the local the regulars in there.
Yeah, no kidding. So, well, listen, like it's really cool what you're doing. You're going into these local spots, you're highlighting local people, and you're putting an eye on some really great local businesses that have been around for a really long time. So I salute you for doing that, and you're making fun content too. So keep up the good work with that. And is there anything on the horizon that we should be on the lookout for?
We just filmed with Spectrum News. That's going to be coming out. And then also we're dropping some merch here soon, too.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that. And never forget to support your local diner. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, Pat, thanks for coming and hanging out. Okay, man?
Appreciate it. Thank you.